Hello students, this is Mr. Hancock and this is our geography class. I apologize, I'm unable to be there today. I am just out of the office and I'm just unavailable today. So I've made this recording for you so we can keep up with our course and what we need to do. So this is going to be lesson 4 in geography. I'll be going over migration. We're going to be talking particularly about push and pull factors in migration and why those happen, as well as I will give you your assignment as we go forward. These would be my virtual expectations if we were holding a live class, but I'll just skip through that. So let's go up to the objective of what we're going to be going over today. So the objective is giving a Newsela article. So you're going to receive an article. Students will read the article about immigration and draw conclusions of push and pull factors by listing two reasons for each why the person or persons want to immigrate to another country, and determine whether this was a voluntary or an involuntary migration with 80% accuracy across one trial. So what we'll be doing at the end, we're going to talk about migration, what it is, push and pull factors. So when you get to the exit ticket or the assignment, you are able to decipher between what voluntary and involuntary migration is, as well as what are push and pull factors. So first, let's talk about migration. Migration is the means of movement of people from one area or a region to another. So, for example, my wife, she grew up in Mesa. That was where she was born, and then she actually moved to southern Utah, and then she migrated, I guess, up towards me where I live in northern Utah. So that would be a little bit of migration. And she left southern Utah to go to school. So that was kind of a migration for her, and she's moved herself up there. And there's different reasons why people move around, and that's why we have like push and pull factors. Okay. So I love this little political cartoon is what they're called, because it kind of tells us a little bit about why things are. So you have the castle in the middle, and you have all these people. You have these people going, and you have these people coming. Kind of makes me think of the grass is always greener on the other side kind of event. But the people that are going are saying, we are leaving because we do not like how things are being done, right? And I hear that a lot when I speak with other people from different areas, maybe why they moved to Utah. I've had a lot of people recently said they moved from California, and they list a bunch of reasons why they did not like California. But then there's a lot of people that maybe want to go into California, like these people says, we are arriving because we do not like the way things were done elsewhere. Okay. And so some are attracting to a certain area. Some are persuading other people to leave. Now there's sometimes where it's, people are really afflicted and stuff like that. So we have these pictures, right? Here in the top, where we have probably migration. Now, I don't know the whole situation of where they are, but they may be leaving because it's dangerous in their area. And so they picked up everything they have and they left. There could be war. There could be lack of food. There could be a lack of all sorts of things. And then you also have this picture at the bottom here that has like a border wall, right? Maybe some people don't like other people to come into their areas that they live, because they're worried about what these others might bring. Okay. So there's all kinds of different political aspects of that could be happening. But these are push and pull factors. So some push factors, and we would have kind of had a discussion on this if we had a class together, but reasons why you would leave an area, okay? I don't know if a lot of you've seen this before, but this is a very, by Abraham Maslow. It's called Maslow's Hierarchy of Needs. They said there's certain things that we all need to survive, and if you reach the very top of the pyramid, that is called self-actualization. But basically, you're at harmony or feel fulfilled in your life. But your basic needs, you need met, and also your psychological needs need to be met as well. So your basic needs, you'll move out a lot. So your physiological, like food, water, warmth, rest. I also think of air. I don't know if you've ever, one time when I was younger, don't do it anymore, but I would go cliff jumping in Lake Powell or some area like that. And you jump in, you go down the water really, really deep, and you start swimming up, and you're like, I'm running out of air. And so I'll do anything I have to get that air, right? So the same thing happens with like food. If you don't have food, you may go and you may start doing things that you wouldn't necessarily do, such as stealing, such as hurting others. So there's a lot of things when these basic needs aren't met. Also, security and safety. You're probably going to leave, just as this gingerbread man is doing, because he is not safe from the big bad wolf. He's running away. So there's things that we need to do to get that safety there. Your psychological needs are other things that need to be met. But those basic needs are really kind of what push most people out of certain areas. The pull factors, meaning somebody wants to come into a certain area, are kind of like the same thing, but it's just things are better in that area. A lot of people come to different countries because of freedom. They do not like how things are ran. They don't like to be governed by a certain way or told what to do. And they get to practice the way, live the way they want. Also, we have the picture on here of money. That is a big indicator. If you can't take care of your basic needs, your basic living, and there's not money around, you are going to go to a place that has the necessary resources that you have. And that's why you have a lot of migration. So that would be a pull factor, why an area is pulling somebody into certain areas. Okay, now let's talk about voluntary or involuntary migration. Okay, so if migration is basically permanent, okay, movement of people. So it means they're not going to be going back to the other place. Voluntary is they have a choice to migrate or not. So for example, if you're okay kind of where you're at, but you're just looking for a better life and you wanted to go somewhere else, that would be more of a voluntary migration. The other kind of is a forced migration or involuntary, meaning what if you were part of, you were worried for your safety because there was gang violence, or there was a war going on, or there wasn't any food. All of that kind of stuff would be somebody was forced to kind of leave the area that they were leaving. So since we kind of know these things now, let's go to your assignment. Your assignment is to read an article about migration, which I give you. You will draw conclusions from this article. You'll see two push factors. So you'll think of two push factors of why that person wants to leave the place where they live. And you'll list two of them. Then you'll list two pull factors, why they want to come to a certain area. And then you will answer whether the article was voluntary or involuntary migration, okay? And you get points for each of these. So let's go to our assignment real quick. So everybody will get this link. They'll say lesson 4, push or pull factors. You have your name. I'll have the recording up here. What you'll do is you're going to first push on this link. So you get points for just reading the article. So you push on it, and it's going to pop up this article right here. It's about a 15-year-old that is moving to California from El Salvador, and it tells a little bit about his story of why he is moving there. Okay, it's not very long, but it will give you an opportunity to kind of see somebody else's perspective. So you'll go on here, you click yes after you read it. If you push no, you don't get any points, okay, for reading it. Then you're going to list 2 push factors. Why is he leaving? Okay, why is Vladdy leaving? Then you're going to do 2 pull factors, why he is coming there. And then if the migration was voluntary or involuntary. Okay, and you would click whatever one it is. Then you're going just to submit that assignment, and that gets you done there. So please, as always, let me know if you have any questions or concerns, and more than happy to help you out on this. Have a great week.